and welcome to the 14th Annual Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show. I'm Kev, and with me as ever, the sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
14 years we've been doing this.
Have I ever won one?
No, obviously not.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I was talking to someone about this yesterday. I don't know why I keep entering it every single year just to fail miserably.
Who did it before Pab was on? Did we used to do this with like Bouncy and AD? And I don't remember the early ones. I'm told there's been 13 of them previously. I am wondering if Pab's just won all of them though, even though he's surely been on no more than 10 of them. I mean, how long have you been on the podcast now? 8 years? 9 years?
10.
10 years you've been on this podcast?
Yeah, I think it'll be 10 years next in 2024.
That's ridiculous.
Goodness me.
It's been that long since Bouncy last sort of did one, has it?
Since Bouncy died, yeah.
You have got me wondering, we surely did, me, you and Monkey must have done them in the Best Thing From days.
Yeah, that's what you did.
I know the first one was done in the dining room of my old house when we had eggnog for the first time. So that must have been you against Monkey, I guess. Maybe you won that
I
one.
was drunk.
You might need to go back and check. That was when you didn't realise how drunk you were until you stood up and then stopped standing up very quickly because you drank all of the eggnog. He didn't vomit that time. It was the next year the eggnog made him vomit, I think, or the year after.
That was the year after that I said a lot of things that aren't on the internet anymore. Unless you ask the
that's
right
why
person.
There's no way of going back and check whether you won that one, and even if you did, there's no way of proving it to the world.
I could clean it. I could edit out all
to be removed. I don't think you can. There's so much in there. It would be like 30 seconds. It would just be me in a really stilted, edited way announcing you the winner.
I was going to call it regicide, what occurred on that, but it's not regicide. What's it called? It's not quite as bad. I didn't kill any monarchs, but I insulted a few.
You went after the Pope and the Queen, I think.
What did the Queen do?
I mean, it's best not to get into it. We're going to have to delete this one as well. It was 14 years ago. Let's not worry about it.
Different times.
Believe it or not, after last week's episode, he's mellowed a lot in the last 14 years.
I feel like that was probably the year that I had a bit. Even it was year one, to be fair. But I had a bit of a wake up call and realised, I need to rein it in a bit.
Yeah, I've had some comments about last week and you two. Goodness me.
What?
Do you not remember you two having a massive row on the podcast, the Game of the Year podcast? Obviously. Those people who just check in once a year for the Zeitgeist are like, what happened? Well, now you're going to have to go back and listen to Game of the Year as well, aren't you? And here's Sheepdog and Anna, they actually came to blows.
Only because your mic broke. I think I was telling someone about this, how the expectation was you'd stop it very quickly, but your mic broke and it just all went wrong.
Yeah, that was excellent. But yeah, I think, Anna, have you ever won one of these?
Doubt it.
So Pab's just like won 10 years in a row.
I think Anna's
it is
won.
just the annual Pab dunks on us because he has a pen and paper and we're not fancy enough to have pens and paper.
We need a Wikipedia page. I've been saying it for years, but I want to be able to go back and check who's won previous Zeitgeist shows, who's won the Game of the Year previously. I feel like 15 years in, we should qualify for a Wikipedia page, surely.
I don't think you need to qualify, do you? I think you just make one.
Well, we've tried before and they've been removed because we weren't notable enough. We tried way back in the early days.
Really?
And
you have to be notable.
Yeah, and I don't know that we were at the time, but
it feels like censorship to me.
We're the biggest independent video game podcast in UK history. If we're not notable enough now, no one's notable. I'm not having it.
Yeah, Goodness we got that chart. Someone said to me, did you reference... I don't know if we did reference it on the podcast, but we got that chart through that says like the only people ranking higher than us for two different categories, gaming and Saturday morning breakfast shows, were like a couple of BBC podcasts and a couple of...
Which is handy, really, because we've been saying that for about 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Now we've actually got some proof that it's true.
I can reference it now, but the only other people above us was some company in New Zealand that's like their version of the BBC, and I just thought, how are they high? But... they've probably got all 6 million of the New Zealanders listening to it, haven't they?
Exactly. So, if you're not familiar with the Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show, boys and girls, allow me to explain the rules very briefly. Firstly, the name. About 12 years ago, there was a thing called the Google Zeitgeist thing that came out, which was the precursor to Google Trends. I think it's now called Google Year in Trends, but obviously they can rebrand. We ain't rebranding. So this is still the Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show. And basically the Google Year in Trend thing that we're going to be referencing, it puts out top 10s of loads of different things that were searched for on Google over the course of the year. So we have a variety of different categories. I read out the categories, and these three have to guess things that were in the top 10 most searched for those categories. And then once we've gone through long enough for everyone to get annoyed that they keep getting everything wrong, we total up the results and proclaim Pab the winner. We do have a couple of new things as part of this year's Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year show. New thing number one, Google Maps is now on the Google Year in Trend. So there's a few Google Maps questions of various things that were searched for on Google Maps. And
wow.
The general categories, there seems to be far fewer of them than there normally is. So after scraping through the UK, USA and global lists, I only had about 15 questions. So I'm now introducing the retro round, where I've gone back and picked a year from the past, that when we get to the retro round, I'll tell you what year it is. And I've picked some searches from that year as well. Basically, as a way to pab-proof the results, because what we've found is Pab cheats by paying attention throughout the year. But in order for him to win this time, he needs to have been paying attention for the last 15 years, because I could be picking any year between now and 2006, I think was when Google Zeitgeist first started. So I already have the year picked and the questions picked, but Abby doesn't know what it is. I think so.
I mean, that's assuming you don't think I still have the notes from all these past years.
Yeah, he's got his one Zeitgeist notebook that he whips out.
There's a reason I checked how many you've done, son. Don't you worry. Spoilers, it ain't one of them.
You also seem to be thinking the problem with Anna and I is that we don't pay attention throughout the year. It's not that. It's that I can't access memories, like, intentionally.
I assumed it was just that Pab cheats, and every time something noteworthy happens, he writes it down in his little book.
I tried today to think of any notable things that have happened this entire year, and I can't think of a single one.
This is going to be outstanding then.
Yeah, it's genuine. I don't know if it's just like performance anxiety, and maybe I'll get into it, but I can't think of a single big thing that's occurred, and I'm genuinely concerned.
Let's get started on round one then, shall we? Round one is the United Kingdom Year in Search 2023, which is such a small number of categories. There's less than 10 categories on the UK list this year. And there's no video games one in the UK, so we're going to come to video games later on when we come around to global. Apparently video games aren't a thing in the UK. No. But we will start things off in the UK, and our first category is going to be people/celebrities. So what I'm looking for here from you boys and girls, and I'm explaining this more to the listener than you, because you three should know by now, what I'm looking for here is the name of a person or celebrity who has been searched for on Google this year, and I want them to be one of the 10 most searched for over the course of the year, according to my list. They are the most searched for in the UK.
Are they UK people?
They are the most searched for in the UK. So they're not necessarily UK people. I'll level with you. I'm looking at the list and there's several of them. I don't know who they are. So they could be any flavour for all I know. But I've got a list written down in front of me of Anna, Sheepdog, Pab. So I think we're going to go in that order. So Anna, if you would like to kick us off with the name of a person.
Philip Schofield
is number 2 on the list. Anna gets a point straight away. Oh, by the way, didn't we have a thing last year where you get an extra point for getting number 1 on the list? Was that a thing we introduced last year?
It was something like that, yeah.
So yeah, if you manage to get number 1, you do get an extra point. But Anna gets the first point on the board. So, Sheepdog, name a person.
It's reassuring because I was like, would they put the scandalous ones in the list? I'm going to go Russell Brand.
He's number 3 on the list.
No!
Abby.
It
does get harder after those two.
That's about the only thing I came up with, and even then I had to check with Mrs. Sheep.
At the moment, by the way, Pab's losing. Pab's in last place at the moment.
Yeah.
Stop the count.
Tyson Fury
is not on the list, actually.
Huh.
He is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna, back to you.
Holly Willoughby.
Is not on the list. Sheepdog
Max Verstappen.
is not on the list.
Oh,
and then back to
man.
Babby.
Who is Max Sutton?
He did some record in F1 that I kind of heard about yesterday and was like, oh, I bet he's on the Zeitgeist.
Harry Kane.
He's number 7 on the list.
Oh, damn.
And then everyone gets 3 guesses each, by the way. Probably should have mentioned that in the rules as well. So, Anna, final guess for you. She's thinking of a
2023.
person's name. She's thinking
Huh?
of
What did you say?
I'm just singing a song about you thinking of a person's name.
We need to
Who
start
will
having like a
not
side
lie?
chat while she thinks, just like,
We should have a
Yeah.
side show. Because you already took Mr. Russell from me.
Mr. Russell.
So-
That's what he's known as.
But
Yeah.
that's his name.
I don't think his name is Mr. Russell.
It is Mr. Russell.
Just name a person.
Person. Give me a
Just name a person. The first person that comes to mind. Any person.
Go.
No, it's your go. Any person.
Oh God.
Name a person. It doesn't matter
King
if you think
Charles.
is not on the list.
Not a bad
Sheepdog
Andrew Tate.
is number
Who?
4 on the list. And then Pabby, last guess for you.
So, I've been racking my brain, thinking.
I.e. flicking through his notebook.
No, I was racking my brain to who the other Fury is, because the way you said no made me think there's another Fury, and then I had to.
Don't read too much into what I say or do.
Yeah, Pab,
No, I
this is
can't
your
remember
cheating again.
Tommy Fury.
Is number 6 on the list, you filthy,
Who?
filthy cheat.
Who are these people?
They're the Fast and the Furious.
I don't know these
Well,
people.
Tyson Fury's a boxer. Tommy Fury wants to be a boxer and fights YouTubers, I think is the explanation of who he is. So
Say that to
the
their
top-
faces.
I will do. The top 10 in
Mm-hmm.
reverse order. Number 10, Jeremy Renner. 9, David Beckham. 8, Gary Lineker. 7, Harry Kane. 6,
course.
Tommy Fury. 5, Mama Cax. 4, Andrew Tate. I don't know. 4, Andrew Tate. 3, Russell Brand. 2, Philip Schofield. And number 1, who would have got you a bonus point, was Hugh Edwards.
What was that? Mama what? I want to know who this person is. Mama.
I mean, generally, if we've not heard of him, it means they died this year. So let's not make too much of a big
I
deal
know, I
about
just
not
wanna
knowing who
see
they
what
are. There
Musician?
you go, Anna. I genuinely have no
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't know
I think
either.
she was a model. She's a model
There you go.
and disability rights and has
Well, there you go.
a prosthetic right leg.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
I had that as prophetic, and I was like, well, like, it predicts the future or something. I need to listen.
Prosthetic.
I need to pay better attention. I was too busy Googling who is Hugh Edwards, but I forgot about his
He's
whole
the news
scandal.
person.
The news-
Yeah, I
reader, isn't
forgot
he?
about all that.
Yeah, Sheepdog's already getting 1 vote in for him for next year by Googling him. Goodness me. This is why we get repeat names, you monsters. Right, films is the next category. We're going to go Sheepdog, Pab,
Oh,
then Anna.
God.
Sheepdog, name a film.
Okay.
That was now, remember, because I have to clarify this every year, films that were Googled this year. It doesn't necessarily mean they came out this year, although there's a chance maybe they did.
Oh, good
Yeah.
But it
Lord.
doesn't. We're naming most Googled films.
Yeah, do you know what? I got excited there, and now you've made me second guess. I'm still going to go with Barbie.
No.
It's number 2 on the list. Pabby
Okay, I'll go with a counterpart of that then, Oppenheimer.
is number 1 on the
That's-
list.
yeah.
Pabby gets a bonus
I was
point.
pausing because I was like one of them, and I thought
I was going with
Oppenheimer would be the one
with
people might
Barbie
not know.
until you said it.
Yeah, I just thought
Anna.
people might want to Google what is it, wouldn't they? But
I
go on.
don't know. I don't know.
You've been to the cinema more than twice this year. Name a film.
I saw them 2 films.
You've been more than twice. Name a film.
Bless you. Do you know what? I don't think I've been more than like maybe. I haven't seen
Anna
Oppenheimer.
has.
I
Anna's
have
been
been-
loads.
What have I seen? I've seen
Tell you,
Barbie.
because then I'd be giving you the answers, wouldn't I?
Aquaman.
Literally, no-
I don't know.
Is not on the list.
Do you know what? I should have been
Sheepdog.
thinking of an answer in that gap. Oh, good God. Jesus, what came out this year? Oh no!
Pabby's gonna ruin you both on this round.
Yeah, he is going to.
Cheating. That's why.
I'm suddenly thinking like, was that this year? Was that this year? That's what
I mean, you both knew movies were going to come up. You could have looked this up earlier.
No, I didn't want to cheat. The amount of times this week I thought I should probably go look at what games, films, this, that, and the other came out, and then I thought, no, that's against the spirit of the game to look up the answers. I genuinely locked on whether Ant-Man Quantumania was that this year.
Damn it!
Is not on the list.
Never mind.
Abby.
That was my answer. Indiana Jones
is not on the list. Back to you, Anna. Anna, are you there?
I just
You're
don't.
on IMDb.
Just name any movie that's come out in the history of the world. You're thinking too much about whether it's on the list. Just name movies.
Avatar, Way of Water of some
Is
sort.
not on the list.
It's a good answer, though.
Okay, there's a good answer.
Sheepdog, final guess for you.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether people would have Googled Wish, the Disney film.
Is not on the list. Abby.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Is not on the list.
Oh, I held my breath there, and I was like, no.
It come out this year.
Yeah, that's the other Marvel one that came out this year. And the Marvel.
Anna, back to you for the final guess.
What have we seen in the cinema?
Wait, that was the third guess.
Yeah, but Anna hasn't had her third.
Yeah, I
guess
went
yet.
first that time.
Oh, of course. Sorry, yeah.
See? Trying to get me out of a point. What you like, honestly.
Just name a
People
film.
just don't want to let me have a go.
I don't think you're going to get any of the rest that are on this list. So just name a film, any film, and not sit there in silence.
Frozen 3.
It's not on the list. Right. The top 10, and Pabby might have reason to argue in a moment. Because the top 10, number 10 was Creed 3. Number 9 was Bank of Dave. Number 8, Cocaine Bear. Number 7, John Wick 4. Number 6, Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 5, The Menu. Number 4, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh.
Number 3, and I have to take the answer that's written on my card, is just Guardians of the Galaxy. No mention of Volume 3, and to me, that's a different movie.
That is a different movie, yeah. Interesting.
Number 2, Barbie. Number 1, Oppenheimer. So yeah, that Guardians of the Galaxy thing was confusing. I've heard of at least 3 of those films though, so you know I'm good at this. In my own internal scoring, I'm currently winning because I got several.
Because are you just ticking the ones you would have maybe
the
guessed?
ones that I know, I tick them off on the list as I go through. So I scored 4. I scored 4 on that round. So
what did you know from that?
Oppenheimer, Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You've never seen that.
I mean,
it's a
you
good
might
film.
be
It's a bit
misunderstanding the name of the aim of the quiz. We're not naming films we've seen. We're just naming things we've heard of. So the next category is TV shows.
That's useless information that you don't like.
That's why I've only heard of 4 of the 10. The 10 biggest movies that came out this year, and I've only heard of 4 of them. But yeah, TV shows. This should be where Sheepdog ruins everybody because, as we all know, he watches 8 hours of TV a day. And we're gonna make him go last this round because of it. So Pabby
the UK Googles though we've established that every single year that they don't watch what I watch.
Well, that seems like a you problem. So Pabby gets to go first this round. TV shows. Pabby.
Last of Us.
No.
Is number 2 on the list. Anna.
You.
Is that you saying a show?
Yeah, you. You know that one we watched.
It's not on the list. Sheepdog.
Oh, can I check that this includes like streaming stuff?
I would have no way of knowing.
Well,
God.
Yeah, you's on Netflix.
So like Disney Plus and stuff like that.
I wouldn't.
I mean, well, you'd know if you read through it if there's any Disney stuff on there, surely.
I don't think so. But that doesn't mean it doesn't include streaming.
No, sure. I'm just thinking the answer I was going to give was a Disney Plus program, and I thought, well, if there's no obvious Disney ones,
sounds
on
like
there.
he's cheating here, boys and
I
girls.
sort of am, but I just didn't know. We should have maybe clarified at the start, shouldn't we? I really don't know because I don't watch anything that's on telly. Usually, so I'm going to go for this because it's normally in there. But I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is normally there.
is not on the list.
Oh, man.
Abby
No.
Top Gear.
is not on the list.
Damn.
Anna
Clarkson's Farm, just because he said Top Gear.
is
And I
not
know
on
that,
the list.
that was a thing.
Doctor Who?
And Sheepdog is not on the
Oh,
list.
that's
Final
a good
guesses
one.
for everybody. Do people not watch TV anymore?
No.
No.
Don't.
No. Even I don't really.
I don't know.
Well, that's not acceptable.
Loki.
I've seen. What do you say?
Loki. I got no. Yeah, Loki.
Loki is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna.
Loki's not on the list.
I would have
That's
raged
great.
if that had been on the list because that was what I was getting at when I was like, Kev, you will know. If you'd have said no and then given you Loki.
There's 2 shows on here I've seen, and
You've seen
one of them you've already got. The Last of Us. Yeah. There is one of these others that I've seen.
What have you seen that you know that you've watched?
I probably shouldn't have said that in Anna's go because she's now going to spend ages trying to think about specific one. Just
Yeah.
name a TV show because you're not going to get it.
Kevin's watched. Have I watched it?
I'm not telling you. If you name 100 shows you've watched this year, you will get something in this top 10.
Black Mirror.
Is number 10 on the list.
Yes.
Well, there you
Is that
go.
what Kevin's seen?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the other one I've seen.
Cheaters.
You
Oh,
said
man.
2. I was like, there's only 2 things I've watched. Like I could, yeah. So that's how I know Kevin has watched
I
that.
feel like I need a really big clue now, Kev. Just handing Anna clues. I can't think of anything.
Here's a clue for you then. I haven't seen any of the rest of these.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I'm going to say Taskmaster because I've been watching it lately.
Is not on the list. So your top 10, and I've not heard of half of these. This is definitely the UK list. I'm very confused. Number 10, Black Mirror. Number 9, Luther, which was Luther back this year?
Was it?
God, no, it wasn't, was it? I don't think.
I don't know. That's what I mean. They're not necessarily things that have been out this year. They're things that have been searched for this year. Number 8, Daisy Jones and the Six. No idea.
No.
Number 7, The Sixth Commandment.
Nope.
Number 6, The Long Shadow.
Nope.
These are all ITV programs. Number 5, Top Boy.
Oh, Top Boy's good. I like that one.
Number 4, Ginny and Georgia.
Nope.
Number 3, The Rig. Number 2, The Last of Us. And number 1, Happy Valley.
I've heard of that.
Joe.
Really?
I would never have guessed Black Mirror or The Last of Us, and I've seen, heard of both of them, but the rest I haven't heard of any
You
of
don't
them.
watch
That's
The
mad.
Last of Us?
And I've seen. I wouldn't have guessed it though. I forgot it was this year. I thought it
Ah.
was end of last year for some reason, but it would not have popped into my head at all. When Pab said it, I was like, bloody hell! I thought he'd just taken a shot in the dark, like he just, like maybe might have been on,
Last of
but
Us
it
is great.
was a great show. Hell yeah!
Right, the next category is the one where we can't do any gags for a minute or two. Because this is people who've died this year.
Oh no, let's not do Died. I don't like that one.
So,
It's very
Anna,
depressing.
you get first guess.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
Is number 1 on the list. See,
Oh,
I knew
man.
you'd want to do the dying one, because then you'd get a bonus point.
What?
Oh, bloody hell!
No.
Sheepdog.
Loads of people died that week, and I can't think of any of them now.
I mean, most of them you'd never heard of, I imagine.
I mean, this is a bad one for us because what did we spend the preamble before the show doing? We spent
Discussing
that
whether or
asking.
not Trevor McDonald was dead.
Yeah.
And we established at the time of recording, he's not, but he is missing, apparently, according to Alexa.
Yeah, according to my Amazon Echo thing, it said I said when was he last seen, and it said Saturday, but his wife hasn't seen him since, which was a really
And he was
bizarre
with a metal
answer.
detector, apparently.
Yeah,
But might be a
really weird
different
thing.
Trevor McDonald.
Probably.
Unless Alexa knows something we don't. Amazon's watching everyone, though. So apparently Trevor McDonald went out with a metal detector at the weekend, has not been seen since. If this has actually happened and we've all missed it, I apologise for us making light of it.
Yeah, no, it was very bizarre, wasn't it?
While you're guessing, I might just have a little bit of a search to make sure this isn't a massive news story, the hunt for Trevor McDonald.
Oh, jeez.
Because otherwise we have to edit all of this out.
I genuinely cannot think of anyone at all, so I'm just sat here now trying to think of what wouldn't be an embarrassing answer. That's where I'm at.
No record of Trevor McDonald and a metal detector being related to each other, so I think we're good.
You're good.
Henry Kissinger, isn't he the guy?
Who?
It's not on the list.
What's he,
Who's
the evil
that?
guy who invented napalm? Everyone was cheering him dying at one point.
Oh,
I had to Google who is he.
Pabby.
Paul O'Grady?
Is number 4 on the list.
Oh.
Anna's furious that he died, apparently.
Well, no, I'm furious because he was the dog man and I liked him.
I'm the dog man, Anna. You got us confused there.
He had a lot of dogs. And they were little fluff balls and I liked them. And then he donated a lot of things to dogs and dogs.
Well, name another dead person.
Who has died this year?
Let's not make that a song.
It's everyone's favourite round.
Yeah, the jingle for this category. Goodness me.
Oh, what about that lady?
That lady. I was about to say her and all.
Name?
What was her name? That's kind of the point. If you get her name, you probably got one right.
Where's the rest of the list of women then, Kev?
There's a few women on the list. Absolutely.
As well, the lovely lady of Miss Tina Turner
is number 2 on the list. Anna's got the top 2 on here.
I love her. So fun. Well, yeah.
Anna loves the obituary section.
Well, no,
let's face it, the person who made the jingle about the round is doing well on the round. Who'd have thought?
I liked the film that she was in.
Over the last 5 minutes. Oh, I don't want to do this round, but I will get the top 3 and make a jingle about it.
Because these people die, and then I research the hell out of them because I want to know everything about them. I don't know why, but I just do.
Sheepdog, name a dead person.
I am trying to remember for the life of me the name of the politician that died, and I'm like getting him mixed up with living people still, and it's probably not on there. It's Alistair something. I don't know.
Darling.
Yes, let's go with that. Because I was like, I don't know, I don't want to cheat.
Not on the list.
Okay, I didn't think it would be because Kev would have been like,
Rolling.
Bobby Charlton
is number 6 on the list.
Who's that?
He's naming people I've
Baller.
assumed had been dead for years.
Oh.
And then Anna, one more guess for you. Are you going to get the 3rd one on the list as well? Just a clean sweep of the top 3.
Oh, I have one.
We'll say it then.
And again, another sad one. Hall S Club 7. Don't know his last
what
name.
his surname was.
Yeah, the band was named after him.
There is a Paul on the list, and I don't know if he was in S Club 7 or not. I'm just going to do a quick Google.
Shall we have a look? What's his name?
Hold on. Yes, that is him. He's number 8 on the list.
Because I wanted to go to their concert.
Paul Catamol was number 8 on the list.
But you're just naming their first name, are you?
Well,
And the band he was in, so she clearly knew who he was. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else on here who was in a band, but if you'd have said Bobby, the England World Cup winner, I'd have given you Bobby Charlton.
So if Pab hadn't have told me it was Darling that I meant when I said Alistair,
you would have still been wrong because they're still not on the list.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if he had been on the list, I'd have got it right.
Yeah, it's Sheepdog, obviously.
Yeah. I know this is a hypothetical, so you can just say yes.
Yeah, let's give you a hypothetical point for that one.
I have no way of thinking of anybody else. I genuinely am just like...
just name some living people then. Just say a name of a person.
I don't, in case I don't want to accidentally like Death Note them, you know?
Well, it's the price you pay.
Nigel Farage, let's Death Note him.
He's not on the list. And then Pabby, final guess for you.
The fella.
Oh.
The fella who was,
give him it.
Half a point already.
There you go. The guy who was in Harry Potter.
I'm going to need a little more than that from you. That's not quite... That's a little vaguer than Anna's one.
Michael Gambon. There you go.
Is number 9 on the list. There we go. So both Anna and Pabby, 3 out of 3 on that one. Anna, of course, getting a bonus point as well. You two know you're dead people.
You do.
Sheepdog is only
well
concerned
behind.
with the living, apparently.
Yeah.
So your top 10 then. I'm surprised you didn't get number 3 on the list, but your top 10. 10, Lisa Marie Presley. 9, Michael Gambon. 8, Paul Catamol. 7, Rolf Harris. 6, Bobby Charlton. 5, Ken Block. 4, Paul O'Grady. 3, Sinead O'Connor. 2, Tina Turner. And 1, Matthew Perry.
Sad.
Indeed. Right, we're moving on to athletes. The opposite of sad.
Oh.
Athletes.
Well, this is me
This is
done.
me.
Like,
Sheepdog goes first. Name a sports person.
Is Verstappen on this one?
No.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Pabby. I mean, I would like to point out, and I've talked about this on stream many times, the guy drives a car. How can he be an athlete?
No, I know, but they qualify for Personality of the Year, didn't they? And I'd been told he'd broken some massive F1 record.
Not an athlete, drives a car. You could put an Uber driver on there if he gets on the athletes list. Pabby.
Harry Kane.
Is number 2 on the list. Anna. You may as well just quick fire name footballers you've heard of and just get it over with quickly.
Footballers. Stan Collymore.
He's not on the list. Sheepdog.
Why
Why on earth did you go to Stan
That was very
Collymore?
random, wasn't
I
it?
just because
great.
I don't know. He seems to live in my head for some reason. I don't know why. That's just one of the names that's always stuck with me. I don't know why.
I don't think he makes it in the top 500 most famous footballers ever, but he lives in your head.
Yes, he
He's on
does.
TalkSport or something, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
every now
don't
and again.
know.
Every now and again.
Don't
yeah.
laugh at me.
No, I just
That's
think it's
great.
amazing that you've not heard of anyone else on this list, but you know who Stan Collymore is. I think that's brilliant. I'm almost tempted to give you a point for it.
I'm really frustrated with myself because I know that a week ago whenever it was, I was reading that Sports Personality of the Year.
You should be more frustrated with yourself that twice you've had the opportunity to say Harry Kane
I
and
know.
blown it, and Pab's had you both times.
I was almost going to say Harry Kane that last go, but I was convinced Verstappen would be high on the list if he was on it, and he wasn't even Googled. It's ridiculous. I
might
can't
be,
remember.
but he's not a sportsman. You may as well have named a darts player.
In my head, I've got that the footballer who won Sports Personality of the Year was called Helen something, and I cannot think of her full name. Joe Barton was ragging on her the other day for.
Do you want me to tell you her name?
It's not
No.
Helen, is it? I've just given Pab a point here because I can't remember her surname, and I
I'm
don't
sitting
think
here
Helen's her
waiting.
actual name. Go on then, Pabby.
Is that you passing?
Yeah,
Have
I'll
you
pass because I genuinely don't know her name.
Pab
Is it Mary Earps?
is not on the list.
Oh, damn.
On to it. That's why I was happy to give him the name,
Oh,
Brilliant.
so he could then guess it and be
Well.
wrong.
Excellent.
Come
Well,
on,
that's great.
Pabby. Anna, name another 90s footballer.
Well, this one's been said.
Okay.
Tommy Fury.
He's number 1 on the list.
You
there you go.
fudge cake.
Bonus point for Anna. But that is what you get for paying attention to the
Yeah,
quiz,
that's
boys
very
and
good.
girls.
Very,
All
very
I've
good.
heard is colouring.
I thought you said he wasn't an athlete.
Well, apparently he's more of an athlete than Max Verstappen
Right, fair enough, yes.
and Mary Earps, who won Sports Personality of the Year.
Wow.
Sheepdog, last go for you.
It's me trying to remember what the other Fury is called now, and I can't. Oh God, Ange Postecoglou,
What
Is
is
not
that?
an athlete and it's not on the list.
football manager. Surely he counts. I don't
Not
know.
an athlete.
He's a fat 60-year-old man.
I just thought football people counted. I don't know where they would
Say
count
that
otherwise.
again.
You know.
He's a fat 60-year-old man.
Say that his name.
Oh,
Ange
Ange
Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
That's
He's the
great.
Tottenham manager. He's got
Soon
great
to be
name.
former Spurs manager.
Wow.
Pav
Luis Diaz.
is number 8 on the list.
Who?
His parents got kidnapped. Pabby's playing the long.
God.
Pabby knows what he's doing. Pabby knows what that
I
people
was
might
talking
get
about him
Googled.
last night.
There we go. And then Anna, last go for you.
Eric Cantona.
Is not on the list. So you could have had number 10, Damar Hamlin. Number 9, Lauren James. Number 8, Luis Diaz. Number 7, Moises Caicedo. Number 6, Kylian Mbappe. Number 5, Jake Paul. How
What?
on earth is he an athlete? Number 4, and I'm surprised you didn't go for this one, Anna, because I talk about him a lot, Declan Rice. Number 3, Carlos Alcaraz. Number 2, Harry Kane. And number 1, Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Both Anna and Sheepdog should have got Declan Rice because I've spoken about him a lot with both of
I
you.
don't know who that is or what they do.
He's a dungeon master.
Yeah, he's the one we're going to try and do
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons with if I can get his agent to respond to my emails.
There you go,
Nice.
see. Right, next category is how-to questions.
Oh, God.
So to explain what this means, because we always have confusion, questions that start how to and end with a question mark. So what might people have Googled that starts with how to? Starting with you, Pappy.
Me? Oh God.
What? No. You sure it's
yeah.
Pab?
I started
no,
the
it's
last one.
Sheepdog. No,
Hang
yeah,
on.
it is Pab. Yeah, because Anna did dead people. Sheepdog didn't say Harry Kane. Yeah, it's Pab
Okay.
for the how
Yeah,
tos.
that's right. That's right.
Some of these I know several of you have Googled this year as well.
That's worrying. Oh God.
I don't know. This is normally the one where it's like how to.
Oh, there's some obvious stuff on here, and there's some really random.
It
stuff
feels
on
like
here.
this is the question that comes up, and it's the same answer every single year.
No, these are very this year specific.
All right.
Pretty much all of them, I think.
How to watch the Women's World Cup?
Is not on the list. Anna.
How to watch the King's coronation?
Good one.
Is not on the list. Sheepdog.
It's funny how we started with Anna not really knowing what to say, and then she's now just rattling them off and getting number one on the list, and I'm just completely lost for words. God, what's there even been this year other than those two things? How to watch the Ashes.
Is not on the list. Now you've all gone. There are several on here that start with how to watch, which I know you're all going for and not getting them. There are some that don't start how to watch as well. Pappy, back with you.
How to watch.
We just keep sticking with our guns on
How
this
to
one.
watch
Yeah.
the. What cricket has been on this year?
Is there any cricket?
Cricket
on?
World Cup. How to watch the Cricket World Cup. Has that been on this year? I think it has.
Is not on the list. Anna.
Damn.
Um.
I got one.
Oh, Pabby's got one. He's
You're
cheating.
scared
He's
because
just
one popped into my head and he went, I've got one. And I'm like, he's reading my mind again.
he's looking for his notebook.
I
You're
remember
telling me they're
one.
not all a how to.
They're not
watch.
all how to watch. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are how to watch. The others are more general questions.
How to.
I just have to make noises so people don't think the podcast has stopped.
Yeah, they're still
know.
picking up the phone and looking at it.
How to.
Because the people who listen to this while they're falling asleep, if we're quiet for too long, when we
Make a
start speaking again, we're going to
pancake.
wake them up. He's not on the list.
That's not a bad
So
guess.
glad you
Dog.
said that. Oh, God, my brain's gone now. How to watch the Champions League final.
He's number 1 on the list.
Oh, well done.
That every
Bonus
year?
point for the sheepdog.
Is it, that's,
Yes, it's every year, and people want to watch it every year. It's the biggest sporting event in Europe.
Mm.
Pabby, last go for you.
I got one. I think I have looked. I did do this search. How to watch The Last of Us.
Is number 6 on the list.
Oh, what
Ooh.
channel was that on?
Was it Sky, wasn't it?
Sure.
It was a Sky channel, yeah. Sky Atlantic.
That's
I don't know.
One of them ones that's like
Yeah.
HBO.
We just
And then-
didn't watch it.
Anna, your last guess, I think. Is this your last guess? I think this is your last guess. I'm losing track.
Oh, I know one we did in London. Do you want to know what it is?
You might be right. I think you're going down the right track.
Oh, how to detect bed bugs or check.
He's
for
number
bed
7 on the list.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Yeah.
I made everyone stand up when they were with me. I was like, don't sit down.
I love
Check,
how
like, I wouldn't let Kev unpack until we checked all the corners of a
Yeah.
mattress.
She wouldn't let me and Pab sit down on the tube.
Kevin's
She
giving
was
us this
sat there
whole...
in her. She was sat there in her scooter, and me and Pab had to just stand there either side of us. We weren't allowed to sit down.
Well,
Do
you
you
said that
want
to me.
bed
You were
bug?
like, we got to watch Bugs on the Underground, and then we
Yeah.
got on a train and we all sat down. And you went, oh damn! Oh, for
Yeah,
goodness
that's because Anna wasn't there
Yeah.
supervising.
Oh, I swear, if you had brought bed bugs in here, I would have killed you.
Well, this
You
was
wouldn't-
3 months ago now, so I don't think I
Kevin!
did. If they turn up now, then it's not my fault.
Nah.
the other one I was going to go for was how to watch the US Open.
is not on the list.
Damn.
What's a US Open? Is that
I think that's what
golf?
it's called. It's a golf thing.
Tennis,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, it's golf. Yeah, of course, yeah.
So your top 10: how to watch KSI versus Fury, how to breed a sugar bush. What is a sugar bush?
I don't know.
Tell you
But
I
later.
don't know.
I'll show you later.
I don't want to know. Number 8: how to block someone on TikTok. Number 7: how to prevent bed bugs. Number 6: how to watch The Last of Us UK. Number 5: how to get rid of Snapchat AI. Number 4: how to get Snapchat AI.
Oh,
Apparently, Snapchat AI is a thing.
No.
Number 3: how to turn off emergency alerts. Number 2: how to watch Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. And number 1: how to watch the Champions League final. The emergency alert.
The
thing.
alert thing was this year.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? That whole it's all gonna blare off in our phones for however long it was.
It was like 30 seconds. Yeah, I was with Andy. I remember. Yeah.
I don't think it happened on mine. I don't remember it happening.
I went to Andy's that day for that purpose because I knew it was going to go off, so I didn't want him to freak out. And it was like a quick 30-second thing, and then it went off.
Interesting.
You're
But
more
I
likely
mean-
to be the reason for the emergency, Kev. That's why they didn't alert you.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew that I'd be on top of things anyway, like I am with this Trevor McDonald situation. Right. Next
Nobody
category.
knows.
Next category is musicians, and we're back round to Anna to start. So
Oh,
top
what's his
10
name?
most Googled musicians this year.
Oh God, your children like him.
Well,
Harry
I don't know.
Styles.
is not on the list.
Really? Harry Styles.
Can I mean, I will emphasise, as I always do, this is the most Googled musicians, not necessarily the most
Yes,
popular
wait, it's Harry
musicians.
Styles.
Well, he's not been Googled very much.
Wow.
Not as much
Oh,
as these
God.
10, that's for sure.
That's mad. All right.
I will go with I can't remember which way around the colours are, so if it's the other way around and it's on there, give me it, but it probably won't be. Blackpink.
No idea what that is, and it's not on the list.
K-pop.
it's K-pop, is it?
Yeah.
Into
Happy.
K-pop.
I'm not, my daughter is though.
Obvious answer for me is Taylor Swift.
Is number 10 on the list.
Oh,
Let myself down not going with her.
And I think that
10.
sets the tone for the list, the fact that Taylor Swift was number 10 on it.
Mm.
So imagine the rest of the list based on Taylor Swift only being number 10 on it.
I don't know what that even means. Explain.
It's
mean,
not
next-
to do with popularity
Right,
necessarily.
okay. Sorry,
It's-
I get you now.
These are people who've been probably Googled, maybe for something other than their music.
What else does Taylor Swift do?
Oh, I've got one.
Bangs American footballers.
Got ya. Fair enough.
So, Anna, back to you.
Well, I'm going to ignore what you just said because I'm going to go with Beyonce.
And obviously, you're not going to be on the list because of it, because you've ignored the clue you were given.
But it's Beyonce!
And nobody, she's not
on the
relevant
list.
anymore. She's not on the list.
She doesn't need Googling. That's the thing. Everybody
Yeah,
knows her.
people know who she is.
Alright.
Sheepdog.
You see, now I'm trying to decide whether, because I was going to go for another popular one as well, but I don't know whether you would consider them. I'm still going to do it. BTS.
Is not on the list. And Pabby.
Well,
I'm
Ding
going
Dongs.
one S Club
Is number
7,
8 on the list.
6, whatever it is. Now.
How is that on the?
Because
how are
one
they
of them died.
I know that.
So people Googled them because of it. It's not about who's most popular. It's about who's most Googled.
Oh God, I've got
Anna,
a musician in head that I don't really want to say.
I have heard of all but 2 of the top 10 on here. To give you an idea of how culturally relevant they are as musicians. I've heard of most of them.
It's gone very quiet again, hasn't it?
Uh,
Can I say one that's definitely not going to be on the list?
Yeah, you
And
go.
talk while Anna's talking. It's not my guess. I laughed to myself. I don't even know if I should be saying it out loud, but I was
What
like,
if they're
Roll
on the
Farris
list?
did a few songs, didn't he?
he's not on the
I'm
list.
Wow.
joking.
It's not a guess. It's not a guess. I just wanted to say because I knew I was like, brain, you're ruining me here. I'm not going to be able to think of an answer if I don't get Roll Farris out of my system. Keep going, Anna. Come on. The Court of King Caractacus wasn't a bad song.
I
to be
Can't
fair.
just say anyone because you're not going to
I
get
can't
anyone on
even
the list.
think of anybody.
What's the last song you listened to?
Justin Bieber.
He's not on the list. Sheepdog.
Oh, Joe, I had something in my head and now I've gone blank. Oh, poop. God damn it. Britney Spears.
Is not on the list. And then Pabby to finish off.
Sinead O'Connor.
He's not on the list.
Oh, wow.
So
I thought it was a given.
Your top. Yeah, you didn't guess it in 3 opportunities.
No. Just when he said it, I was like, oh, because I suddenly was like, that's a really obvious one.
Now, I don't know what all these people have done or why they got searched for, but the 10 were number 10, Taylor Swift, number 9, Mae Muller, one of the ones I've not heard of, number 8,
Eurovision.
S Club 7,
Yeah.
number 7, Lionel Richie, number 6, Cat Stevens, number 5, Shania Twain, number 4, Lewis Capaldi, number 3, Lil Tay, the other one I've not heard of, number 2, Arctic Monkeys, and number 1, Sam Smith.
Why are the Arctic Monkeys on there? What have they
Absolutely
done?
no idea. No idea.
They did have a weird bit the other week where everyone was moaning about them, so I don't know if they've said something
Were they on
offended
were they
people
at
or whatever.
Glastonbury or something? Maybe.
Oh, they were at Glastonbury and playing all their songs at half speed, weren't they?
Half speed. Jesus.
Yeah, they were playing the songs really slow.
Why?
Well, that's
So
what people were Googling to find
People
out.
would Google them, yeah.
Yeah.
To affect our zeitgeist.
Yeah, exactly. Right, next category. We've only got 2 more in the UK now. This one is sports events.
No, for God's
Sheepdog. Name a sports event from this year.
Champions League final.
Is number 7 on the list.
Oh, God, I thought you could say no then.
Well, because the final's not on the list. The Champions
sorry.
League is. So it's not one-off things. It's actual.
Okay.
These are all competitions. Abby
Women's World Cup.
is number 2 on the list. Anna, don't pass. Just name a competition in sport.
golf.
Good guess. That's not a bad one.
The Masters or whatever it is.
Oh, see, that's better. It's not
Yeah.
on the list, but that is a competition.
That was
That's
a better
better.
answer. I was just imagining
Yeah.
like, golf 2023. Sorry. Anna.
Sheepdog.
Oh God, that got me. Oh no, I had an answer in my head. My brain's so bad. What was I thinking of? I can't remember, so I'm going to go with the Ashes again.
Is number 3 on the list. Pabby
Cricket World Cup.
is number 4 on the list.
Hold on.
Anna.
There's Ashes and cricket. Aren't they the same?
Yeah, but these are competitions, not sports.
I love you, Anna.
But they're the same.
No, they're different competitions within that sport.
What did I say last time?
You said the
Golf.
Masters. I don't know why you went golf.
The US Open. Is that something?
It is,
It
but
is.
again, it's not on the list.
Is
I don't know
that
why you're
golf?
going for obscure. You are aware football is a sport, right? And it has lots of competitions in it.
Football is not. I don't, Kevin. I don't know any of them.
Sheepdog.
I feel like you've stitched me up now because I really want to go for an English cup. And it's events, is it? So is it the whole tournament?
Yeah.
So the Premier League
Is not on the list. Pabby.
led me down a path there.
You got me thinking of golf tournaments now.
I don't know why you're. What is it?
It's because I said the
Sports.
US Open 3 rounds ago, and it's just poisoned everyone's minds.
It's, if I remember rightly, what's the Ryder Cup this year?
Number 9 on the list.
Okay.
And Anna, back to you for one more sporting competition.
Something to do with horses?
Right, what is the biggest sporting competition you've ever heard of?
Oh my God.
Stop naming obscure ones. The biggest sports thing you've ever heard of.
The Super Bowl.
God
Good
damn
answer.
it. No, it's not on the list.
Is there an
Sheepdog.
Olympics this year then? Is that what you're saying?
No,
It's not my go. That was it, wasn't it? I went first.
that was your go. Yeah. Oh,
no,
my
I
word.
thought we were
No, it was
done.
free.
Yeah, right. The
Yeah.
10. Number 10, the Carabao Cup. Number 9, the Ryder Cup. Number 8, the Euro qualifiers. Number 7, the Champions League. Number 6, the FA Cup. Number 5, the World Cup.
It's not been on this year.
Doesn't matter, it's whether it was Googled. number 4, the Cricket World Cup. Number 3, the Ashes. Number 2, the Women's World Cup. And number 1, which nobody got, the Rugby World Cup.
Can I
Oh
clarify?
my word!
Were you counting the Olympics as a guess from me?
Yeah.
I didn't think I didn't think it was my go, but B, you were going the biggest tournament in the world, the biggest sporting
the World
event.
Cup.
And I was like, why'd you the Olympics would be the biggest sporting event in the world, and I was confused.
Balls. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event in the world.
You ruined my go there because I was going to go FA Cup if I had another go, but
Tough tomatoes.
I thought I'd already
said
had
the
all my
Olympics,
guesses.
didn't you?
Next time,
Right,
tell me it's my go.
last one. Shut your face. Don't guess when it's not your go then. Eh? How
Just
about
asking a
that?
question. I thought we were.
How about that?
Yeah, fair.
Right, last one in the UK is when questions.
Oh, I don't
These are
know.
questions that start with when. And we're going to start with Pabby.
Oh, God.
Anna, don't start
When?
grumping. You're still beating Sheepdog at the moment.
When?
If I won't win, will I?
Well, you're beating Sheepdog, though, and that's the real competition here. We know Pabby's going to win.
I don't
You two
know.
added
This
together
my
is less than him at
weakness.
the moment.
This is my weakness. When?
Time is your weakness. So we just established that Pab's weak against time.
The questions
can't
with
do
when
whens.
is like when do England play next?
Will I be fade? Is not on the list. Anna.
When is the king coronation?
Is number 1 on the list.
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Bobby, I can hear her screaming from the other room. My word. I'm wearing noise-cancelling
I was
headphones
like-
and I'm
I
3
was
rooms
like-
away.
Something's got to do with the king. Something has to be having the king. Yes.
Anna's a big royalist.
I'm
Sheepdog.
I'm trying to go from previous answers now because I can't think of anything else. But when is the Women's World Cup?
Is not on the list.
Damn.
Abby.
No, I'm trying to think of anything previously. I don't know.
Trying to work a certain footballer into a question in my head.
When is Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury?
Is number 3 on the list.
Very good,
Okay.
Harry.
Anna, back to you.
When?
It's half a point because they all start with that.
When?
Will I
When?
see you again?
When is the summer solstice?
Is
Not a
not
bad
on the
guess.
list. But that's good guessing.
When is Easter?
Is not on the list. Terrible guessing from Sheepdog. And now, Pabby, last one for you.
When? Just don't have this sort of knowledge in my head. When?
Because you know when everything happens because you write it down in your little book. So you
Well,
never
I know like stats and names, but when it's something in a sentence, and I don't know sentences.
what a thing to say.
Oh,
I don't
brilliant.
know sentences.
When? What World Cup was on? When is the Rugby World Cup on?
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna, one more guess for you.
When do the clocks go back or forward?
That's a good
A
one.
very good one that's not on the list, but it's a very good one. I think people don't have to Google that anymore because it just happens.
Just
You don't
does it
have to know.
automatically.
automatically.
Yeah, but some people like to know when they get an extra hour or lose an hour.
Yeah, but those people already know and don't need to Google it. Sheepdog, last go of the UK round.
Yeah. When is... What even happened this year?
Lots of things. 10 things at least.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think of all the other rounds, and I keep focusing on the dead ones, like when is so-and-so going to die or whatever. And that's not going to be a question people ask. Or when is the sporting event, but all of the top ones weren't there. So it's like, there's probably none. When is Barbie out?
Is not on the list. So your top 10, and again, I almost gave Pab a point for this one, but saw how far in the lead he was, so didn't. Number 10 was when do England ladies play next? And he said, when do England play next? And I think we needed him
Fair
to be a
enough.
little more specific. Number 9, when are the train strikes? Number 8, when was Israel created? Number 7, when did the Queen die? Which I thought Anna was going to go down when you went for the king. I thought you were going to get straight in there.
I wouldn't. Yeah, but yeah, I guess.
She
Number
knows when the
6.
Queen died.
Number 6 is when is the coronation concert? So apparently that was a separate thing to the coronation. Number 5, when is KSI versus Tommy Fury? Number 4, when is Eid al-Adha? 3, when is Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury? This Tommy Fury guy, people Google him a lot. Number 2, when does Love Island start? And number 1, when is the coronation? So, at the end of the UK round, the scores are: in third place, Sheepdog with 7 points. In second, Anna with 11. And in first place is Cheaty Old Pab with 17 points.
17?
Yeah.
You're an
I'll be honest
encyclopedia,
with
Pab.
you, I wasn't... Based on that, I didn't think I would be winning. I thought Anna would be winning. She had a few number one answers.
Anna's got more number one answers than anybody, I think.
Who?
And Anna is the only one who had a clean sweep, including a number 1. Getting 4 points on a round on the deaths round because Anna is the queen of death.
But then you had
apparently.
like 2 sports rounds. How am I supposed to know sports?
I gave you
people?
musicians and you got 0.
Because none of them were on there.
Well, I can't be held responsible for that. Right, we are heading to the USA just for some of the categories that weren't in the UK.
Joy.
Well, there's still people you'll have heard of because the first category we're doing in the USA is actors. And this wasn't in the UK. So we're back round to Anna being number 1. Name an actor who was... Don't focus too much on it being USA, just actors who will have been searched for. And this does include female actors.
Amber Heard.
Is not on the list. Pabby. I think... Oh, no, Sheepdog, sorry. I think Amber Heard was last year, wasn't she?
Yes.
She's in Aquaman, isn't she?
Margot Robbie?
Is not on the list.
Damn.
And Pabby.
Matthew Perry?
Is not on the list. So I guess they just didn't include him on that list because he was number 1 in another category. Anna, back round to you.
I think it's Cillian Murphy. Killian
is not on the list.
Oh, that was my next guess. So thanks for that. I was like, no. Oh, damn it. I didn't come up with a second guess because I didn't think Anna was going to suggest him. Oh, man. I don't know why I did. I just assumed. I don't know. It didn't occur to me that you might, is what I meant.
Well, he's in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Wasn't that years ago?
And
Yeah,
he was in
Oppenheimer.
28 Days Later. Yeah, he was
Oh, of
the
course,
main
he was in
character in
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
I mean, I'll say again, I'm not sure how many of these are on here because of the films they've been in this year.
I can't think who's been in big scandals. So it's or who would count as a celebrity and who would count as, like, especially in America, it's like, well, some of them are politicians, celebrities, and all sorts, aren't
Well,
they?
this is actors, not celebrities.
Oh, actors. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the actors list.
Oh, I have one.
Well, let's hope these two don't take it before we get back round to you.
I'm just trying to think of famous actors now. DiCaprio.
He's not on the list. Pabby
Pedro Pascal.
is number 5 on the list. And
I forgot
Anna
his name. I was thinking of Last of Us.
Zac Efron.
is not on the list.
What's
he done this year? Other
He
than
got-
that
he-
That wrestling film, didn't he?
Yeah, but he did all that jaw surgery. You said they weren't in for just movies, and he's been talked about his mouth being changed a lot.
Sheepdog.
I can't remember her name. From Last of Us. Maisie, is it?
Maisie. I don't know either.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I'll allow Macy from The Last of Us. She's not on the list. Pabby
Thanks.
Jonathan Majors?
is number 6 on the list.
Oh,
Who
God,
are these
yeah.
people?
Do you know what? I didn't even think of him when I was trying to fit. I was
He's
trying to think of
Kang, wasn't
scandals.
he?
Yeah.
He's the guy who was sacked from being Kang out of Loki.
It's like absolutely sank. Well, I suppose Loki's given him a good out there, but he pretty much sank the whole plan for Disney for the next decade, didn't he? So
So your top 10 that you could have and several of these I've not heard of. Number 10 is Josh Hutcherson, who I've not heard of. Number 9 is Kei Hui Kwan, who I've probably not pronounced right and definitely haven't heard of. Number 8, Russell Brand. Number 7, Sophie Turner. Number 6, Jonathan Majors. Number 5, Pedro Pascal. Number 4, Matt Rife. Number 3, Danny Masterson. Number 2, Jamie Foxx. And number 1, Jeremy Renner.
Hold on, Matt Rife is not an actor.
I don't know who he is.
Is a comedian.
Has he ever acted in anything?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I didn't make the list. Google did.
Yeah,
Take
well.
it up with Google. Write them a letter.
I think you should sacrifice some points in protest, Anna, and
before we do this next category, are you lot young and cool, or do I just leave
No.
memes out entirely?
Oh God,
Memes.
leave
Leave
these
them
out.
Good
Yeah.
lord!
We're
Shall we
leaving
embarrass
memes
ourselves
out.
with it? Let's embarrass ourselves. Come on.
No.
It
Do
won't be
what?
embarrassing. It'll be boring while you're all just sat there going, I don't know any memes.
Yeah.
No.
I'm deleting it. Let me tell you the top 10 of memes. Let's see if
Yes.
you'd have heard of any of them. So the top 10 memes, and this all means nothing to me.
How about hang on? Why don't you tell us the name of it, and we'll try and tell you what it is? That could be a good way of getting
Okay.
points.
Number 10, Submarine.
No idea.
Number
Isn't that the people
9,
that got
Selena
crushed?
Gomez.
Oh, so submarine, not
Yeah.
ocean.
The people who got crushed in a sub would be that one, wouldn't it?
What was the meme, though?
That it was just
Yeah.
insane.
I
Everyone
don't know
was
what a
memeing on
meme
that
I
for
don't
ages.
know.
is, I think.
I mean, that might
Seven.
not be it, to be fair. I'm just assuming.
Number 8, Animan Studios. Number 7, 1-2 Buckle My Shoe. Number 6, The Waffle House New Host. I have no idea what any of this means.
No, it's genuine.
Number 5, Smurf Cat.
Oh,
Number
is
4,
Skibbity Toilet on there?
No, I don't know. It could be called something else. Number 4, Folding Chair. Number 3, Police Girl. Number 2, Ohio. And number 1, Kevin James. There you
How
go.
the hell?
They're your
No.
memes for the year.
The kids are
No.
The kids in my house / the kids that my kids know are obsessed with Skibbity Toilet at the moment. And I only know that it's like a head coming out of a toilet. I don't really know much more about it than that.
Yeah,
Right,
never,
next
ever
category
do
then.
memes.
Next category that was in America that's not in the UK is how often. So how often questions, because Pab doesn't like questions,
Oh,
because Pab
God.
doesn't know sentences.
I don't.
So how often, starting with Sheepdog.
Oh, do you know what's really annoying is I know this was a thing that went viral recently, where the question was how often should you change your underwear, but I don't think it'll be on there.
Is
every
not on the
day.
list.
There's
These
a
are
big
quite
debate
long
apparently, because I
sentences.
thought every day, but a lot of Americans were saying they only did it once every few days.
That's disgusting.
Filthy smell holes. Abby.
Oh God. I hate these ones.
That's why I put them in, to give everyone else a
How
chance.
often? How often it?
How often?
How often is the Women's World Cup?
It is not on the list.
He's trying to shoehorn it in. Like, how often is Harry Kane?
Anna.
How often do you change your bed sheet?
Is not on the list. Sheepdog.
God, I'm trying to think what you would want to Google. You know, like those questions we've already said aren't really things that people would. I don't think they would Google. We've just proved that. But
I just saw a thing the other day about people.
yeah.
When do you change your bed sheet?
Oh,
Well, that might be on next year's list. then.
how often
Yeah.
do you think about the Roman Empire?
Is number 1 on the list.
Yes. Boom.
Good one.
That's not even a thing. That's
It is.
ridiculous.
It
That was
No.
huge on TikTok for
It
a
was
while,
very
wasn't it?
huge. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
That was like a
Really?
moment.
That was
spark.
all over TikTok.
Never heard of it. Could
Apparently,
not tell
men
you
think
what
about
that
the
is.
Roman Empire every day.
Why?
People were claiming every few minutes. I'm like, these people are silly. Like, I genuinely. There's other things
you
I
ever
think
think
about.
about
that are
it?
odd.
You asked me at the time, so it definitely came up. You are aware of it, but it was months ago.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, only when I play Civilization, really. Don't
Yeah,
think
that's
about
what I
it
was
very often
thinking.
at all.
Like every now and again, something will make me think of it, perhaps, but
But
I don't
apparently,
know.
American men think about it every day.
it's because they're living in a dying empire, Kevin.
Interesting. Pabby.
Struggling. How often
say-
is a leap year?
4 years.
Is not
Same
on
as
the
the World Cup.
list. Anna's just answering the questions. I should give Anna a point for answering. Anna, back to you.
I just. What did you
Are
say?
you? Have
actually?
you got your mouth
Sorry.
full of something?
I know. I was holding my felt tip.
So your pen, Anna, you making notes, are you?
No, I colour when I do podcasts, so I get very distracted and then don't pay any attention. Kevin had a go at me because I wasn't paying attention in podcasts.
Yes,
So
you
now
did.
I now colour, so I pay
Ah.
attention.
That's a good idea. I might start doing
having
that.
the pen in the mouth so you can't speak is possibly a step
Well, I
too
was-
far, though.
I was holding it in my mouth.
That's a really weird way to colour. When you hold it in your mouth, do you move the paper or do you move your head?
I was moving my butt, so I put it in my mouth.
I
so
don't
stopped
want to
using
know
my
how
hand.
you're
paper.
colouring. So you got the
No,
you've got the pen in your mouth and you're
no.
moving your bum. This is
Especially
weird
she wiggles her
colouring.
butt, her
I'm
head will probably
sat-
jiggle
no.
with it.
I'm sat on the floor, and my bum was numb, so I put my hands on the floor, to move my bum because I was numb. And
So your guess is, how often should you move your bum whilst colouring?
Yes, Kevin.
Is it?
No!
What is your guess then?
It's number 2 on the list, Anna.
Right, how often? What happens often? What happens often?
Oh, God.
What happens a lot?
What happens quite a lot is you don't think of an answer while the other two are answering, and you wait until I ask you and then start thinking. That happens quite often.
Okay. Here's one for your ears. How often is Friday the 13th?
Is number 6 on the list.
Booyah!
Bloody hell. I'm shocked. Oh, man.
Back to the sheepdog.
The only thing I can think of that like has any kind of cycle
them every year.
Oh man.
Sorry.
How often? Do you know what? I'm trying to think of like not. I don't want to be boring, but I'm going to be like how often are elections or something like that. Go on, that'll do.
It is not on the list, Pabby.
This is America, isn't it?
Not every 4
It
years.
is America.
It is every 4 years, but I don't know.
4 seems to be the number to go with.
How often does what's?
Oh.
How often? What? How often does the West Coast get wildfires?
Is not on the list.
specific.
I've tried to think of
I'm
American stuff
starting
that
a
happens.
wildfire by the sounds of it. If I start a wildfire, will it seem unusual?
How often can I start
Anna.
a wildfire?
Oh, not again.
Last one.
How often?
You plucked Friday the 13th out of nowhere a
You
minute
did.
ago.
That
So
was insane.
It's because I look for them. I like to know when they are, so I don't do anything on them days.
It's
I
Saturday
hate
the 14th
them.
for me every time. I always feel like I spend Friday the 13th being really vigilant, and then I have a terrible Saturday the 14th. Let my guard down. I've noticed it over the years. So yeah.
How often...
make a film about it. That could be the sequel to Friday the 13th.
have we anything? Have we had any answers that was sport?
I don't understand the question.
How often is world football on?
Number 4 on the list. I'll let you have that.
Yes, yes.
And I think that was was
Yeah.
that round. So your top 10, some of these are very American and I don't know what they mean. Number 10, how often is Punxsutawney Phil correct?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the Groundhog
No
Day.
idea.
Dog.
Okay.
It's what?
It's the Groundhog Day
Groundhog.
groundhog that comes out and says
Oh,
if winter's
okay.
going to be long or whatever it is he does.
Yeah.
Number 9, Pabby was sort of on the right lines. Number 9, how often does California get hurricanes?
Oh, there you go. See,
Hmm.
Number 8, how often is the State of the Union? Number 7, how often should you get a COVID booster? Number 6, how often is Friday the 13th? In October, specifically. But I just let you have it because I'm a lovely man. Number 5, how often do trains derail? Was there a train that derailed
What?
this year?
What are you up to, Pat?
Okay.
What are you planning?
Number 4, how often is the World Cup? Number 3, how often is a blue moon? Number 2, how often is the World Baseball Classic? And number 1, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I don't
And
get
this-
that one.
This next category I've put in because it seems fun. Oh my word. This one, there is a new feature on Android phones
No.
called Hum to Search.
Pardon?
So this
Sorry,
is the songs that have been searched for by humming the most this year. So songs that people have hummed into their phone
Good
to
lord.
search for the song. So
Oh.
you're looking for, these are not necessarily songs that came out this year. These are songs that are catchy and hummable.
Okay.
And we're starting with Pab. We might never
Oh,
include this
really?
category again.
Oh God.
Do we have to hum them?
No, I mean you get an extra point if you do. But just tell me the songs. I mean, half of them I've not heard of. So if you just hum them to me, I'll be like, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
have a point.
No humming then.
I'll hum it into my phone and then I'll see what comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
The Vampire Song by Olivia Rodrigo.
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna
Flowers by Miley Cyrus.
is number 6 on the list.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was haunting as that.
There you
It's
go.
the Spanish national anthem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was having that into my phone trying to remember what it was called. When I was trying to tell Mrs. Sheepdog how we needed to salute it if it came on.
When we were in Barcelona early in the year, Anna, that song was just everywhere we went. It started playing at the airport and it didn't stop the whole time we were in Barcelona. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, when I got to the Canaries, it played as I got off the plane, and I messaged Kev immediately being like, we've just got off the plane and the national anthem's come on immediately. Like
it was in every Uber, it was on at the football. It is the Spanish national anthem.
They loved it because I wasn't hearing anywhere else.
I think because it came out here in Feb, I think it was, and then obviously it just has to travel around the world, so obviously they got it then. Because she released it on her ex-husband's Liam Hemsworth's birthday, which I think is in January.
Seems very passive-aggressive.
She is.
Did he do the other song? Because who was it who done the song saying like I could buy you flowers and all of that? Was that?
That's her.
No, but there was an opposite version. No, there was I
have
can
no
buy.
idea.
She's doing that song in retaliation to another song as well. That's about buying someone flowers and taking them for walks. And
Bruno Mars.
That's it, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I don't know when songs. I know it's not all songs that came out this year. I'm just trying to think of ones that might be relevant enough. Anti-Hero was still on TikTok at the start of this year, I think, but I'm guessing that's not.
It's not on the list.
What's
Abby.
Anti-Hero?
Taylor Swift.
I wouldn't focus in too much on songs that came out this year, boys and girls.
Yeah, I couldn't remember when that did, but I remember it being on TikTok. But anyway.
She's saying it's not necessarily songs that came out this year, then?
I would say, based on the ones I recognise, most of them are not this year.
I don't know, then. Don't Stop Believing, The Journey?
Is not on the list. Anna?
Unholy by Sam Smithington.
Is not on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Sheepdog?
This is a silly one to pick, but I'm going for it. Angels by Robbie Williams.
Is not on the list. And then Pabby once more.
I went with that because everyone was singing it about Ange, weren't they?
Who?
When Spurs' new manager started, someone made a song about him up that used the theme to Angels, and it was just very lame but funny.
That Beatles Now and Then song
is not on the list. And then Anna, one more.
As It Was by Harry Styleton
is not on the list. And then last one for Mr. Sheepdog.
Oh man, I think that music one from before has thrown me a bit. That like there was not really anyone I knew on there. I'm trying to think if anyone did any Christmas songs or anything like that would have been big. I genuinely can't think of any. I'm there thinking like I keep going down football routes and then thinking no, that's like football's not going to score high, especially in America, is it? This is America still, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh God, I genuinely can't think of anything. So because I've got football in my head, I'm just gonna say Blue Moon. From
it is not on the list. Yeah. So your top 10 were Weller Man by Nathan Evans, Believer by Imagine Dragons, Shinonoga Iwa by Fuji Kate. No idea. Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Oh, no.
Flowers, Miley Cyrus, Until I Found You, Stephen Sanchez, Tom's Diner by Annan May Canterite, Ballin' by Mustard, Kill Bill by SZA, and Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. No idea why Seven Nation Army was the most search.
I knew
song.
one song on, 2 songs on there. Sorry.
When I said Blue Moon, I resisted saying this song was absolutely not going to be in there. But in my house, it's been hummed by me so much that my family have had to ask me to stop. In genuine seriousness, they have told me I cannot sing it anymore. The song "Biddy Biddy Bum Bum" by Selena has been in my head for the past 2 months because a streamer sang it on a stream, and I just keep being like "Biddy Biddy Bum Bum," like just humming it.
Died, Selena.
Sorry,
you said Selena, didn't you?
Yep. I don't know who this is.
Oh, she was like a famous Latin Latin singer who got killed by her fan club manager.
Ouch. Okay, well, look at Anna in on the deaths again.
It was in 1994. Because Jennifer Lopez played her in the film. So
right. I don't know why the streamer sang the song like a couple of months back, but it has been in my head since, and I can't get rid of it. And I was like, I was
like all her music.
I was resisting in that back and forth in the circle, thinking like, what if they sung it because it's a current song, and what if it's in my head because I've actually been hearing it around? And I was like, no, this is just me weirdly getting a song stuck in my head. So yeah. Anyway, Kev, back to you.
We're going back in time to 2013. This is our retro round. Scores on the board, by the way, at the moment. Sheepdog on 9, Anna 14, Pab 19. Anna is catching up. So get yourselves back into that 2013 mindset, which was apparently the year Pab joined the podcast, or the year before Pab joined the podcast. This would be the year we met Pab for the first time. Probably,
I met you in 2012.
Play Expo. Was it Play Expo we met for the first time? I think it was.
Yeah, because I was stuck in the van with him, didn't I?
Various other things happened that year as well. So the first one is 2013 events. Now, these are not necessarily specific events that only happened in 2013. These are just the most searched for events in 2013. This is United Kingdom. We're back in the UK. Anna, events that happened in 2013.
Not a clue.
Just name something that happens sometimes.
The Euro.
He's not on the list. Sheepdog.
I mean, last time I went for the Champions League final, so yeah.
That's always on a list somewhere.
Not on the list. This isn't just sports, by the way. This is events in general, not just sports events.
Yes, but it was 2013, Kevin. It was 10 years ago.
And these are, I would say every single one of them are things that happen every year. They just happen to be searched for in 2013. Pabby.
World Cup
is not on the list. Yeah. Anna, back to you.
FA Cup final
is not on the list.
I know this is going to sound really dumb because it's 2013, but the 2012 Olympics
is not on the list.
I just thought people might have searched for it because it was just gone in the UK.
And Pabby.
Okay, so what events happen?
Lots of events.
Nobody knows.
There's loads of really big famous things that happen every year.
Every year?
Pretty much. Most of these happen every year.
These things happen every year.
So that's
most every year. Okay, so it's not a World, because there's nothing like a World Cup. You said FA Cup, didn't you? So, what happens every year?
Lots of things. I've got 10 for you right here.
Does it?
Yeah, loads of things, probably. Loads of things that happen every year.
If anyone hears snoring, that's the dog behind me.
It's not sports, not specifically.
There's some sports, some are not sports.
What happens every year?
Loads of things, Pab. Loads of things. I'll give you some examples in a minute.
Apparently.
The Oscars is number 5 on the list.
Okay.
Anna.
Wimbledon
is number 2 on the list. See, now we're getting somewhere. Sheepdog.
God.
Why was Wimbledon so big in 2013?
It wasn't necessarily. It was just something that happens every year. So you can Google it.
See, so what we each had the Oscars and Wimbledon as 5 and 2. Was that?
Yeah.
So something bigger than Wimbledon that year. God damn. No, I have no idea. I'm just like. I'm going to be kicking myself at the end of this as well because we've already had...
all of you know at least 8 of these just off the top of your head. Could throw them out.
I'm just going to go with the normal the Ashes. I don't know how often they happen, but
it's number 10 on the list.
Yeah, a few.
Pabby.
Eurovision
is number 3 on the list.
Do you know what? I wasn't sure whether that was... I was going to say that, and then I thought, no, that's never an answer, but it obviously is.
Is that... Have you all had 3 guesses now? I've lost count.
Yes, I've had 3.
Yeah, you have.
Anna might have done. That's a good point.
Did it start with
Anna started, didn't she?
No, I started. No, I didn't.
I've only had 2.
No.
Right, we'll have a third one then. Everyone gets one more, because Anna definitely started.
No, I didn't. I started first on the last one.
Yeah, you've started first every round because I'm making sure that each round has a multiple of 3 in as their category so I can keep track. So you're the first on every round.
No, I'm not.
On every category, you are the first to go. So you were the first in the UK, first in the USA, and you're the first in the retro round as well. I have deliberately designed it that way so I can keep track.
I've only said 2 things.
So say a third then.
No, you're saying I've had a third.
Oh, Pab's the one who said he'd had a third.
I
I've
don't.
had a third. I've had 3.
Okay, I've had nothing. I don't. Never mind.
Right, okay, so the top 10 were number 10, The Ashes. Number 9, The Brit Awards. Number 8, Lovebox. No idea. Number 7, Glastonbury. Number 6, Red Nose Day. Number 5, the Oscars. Number 4, the Confederations Cup. Number 3, Eurovision. Number 2, Wimbledon. And number 1, the Grand National.
God, different times, wasn't it? I feel like none of them made this year, really, did they, other than the Ashes, maybe?
I might just give you all one guess on this next round. How many 2013 movies are you going to be able to guess, do you
Oh
reckon?
God, none.
13 movies.
Could you, why don't you give us number 10 on the list and then see if we can go from there?
Skyfall.
Oh,
Doesn't help at all, does it?
That would have been my guess.
Oh, Paddy.
I remember exactly where I was when we watched it. It was 2013.
Should we move on from movies? If you can't remember
Yeah.
anything from 2013, right, we'll
Yeah.
kill movies. Retro round was supposed to be fun. People, are you going to remember People specific to 2013? Probably
I
not.
don't remember what I did last week.
Let's
I
kill
did say this at
People.
the start. I was like, mate, it's not a year issue. It's a leaky brain issue.
In that case, I'll kill songs as well. Because you don't remember songs from this year. How about TV shows? This is just... These are lots of classic TV shows. A lot of these are TV shows that have been on many times. So we'll go to Sheepdog.
I think if you give us number 10 on the list, that'll anchor
No,
me
I'm
quite
not going to
nicely.
do that.
I have no idea then.
Because number 10 is one that you could all get easily. Several of these have already been mentioned tonight.
A lot of them still on now.
My brain immediately
A lot
went
of
to
the-
one that definitely
There are
can't
several
have
of them. There are several of them that I think are still on or have
Right.
been on.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that's annual shows on this list, or were annual shows back then.
been. Oh, like I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here.
what I was going with.
Is not on the
Oh, you
list.
son of a gun.
Pappy
Strictly Come Dancing.
is not on the list. This is fun. Anna.
2013.
Yes.
Breaking Bad.
Is not on the list. Back to Sheepdog.
I'm going to say Love Island, but I don't know if it goes back that far.
Yeah.
I don't think
Is
that's
not on the list.
2013,
Damn
No.
it. Yeah.
Abby
Britain's Got Talent.
is number 2 on the list.
Good.
Anna
X Factor.
is number 7 on the list. Sheephead.
I only got that because of Pab then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else was on back then. Because those ones. What has Pab already said?
Ab said Britain's Got Talent.
And the other one?
Anna said X Factor.
All right. Okay, I was thinking it Strictly, but I couldn't remember if someone had already
I
said
did
it.
say that. Yeah.
That's already been said, yeah.
Yeah, it's been difficult. Oh God, Doctor Who.
Is not on the list. And then Pabby
Dancing on Ice.
is not on the list. Anna
Big Brother.
is number 1 on the list.
Oh God, was that even still on then? We must have been, obviously, but God.
And then Sheepdog for one more.
My word. So we've had
I
Strictly,
genuinely
Big
don't know where that
Brother,
came from.
Britain's Got Talent, X Factor, The Voice.
Is not on the list.
God damn
Pabby
it.
2013.
Ooh. What's something that's... I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything that I might have watched. And I only would have watched Doctor
Oh, there's
Who.
lots of these you would have watched. I'm sure.
The One Show.
It's not on the list.
Oh.
Watch the one show.
I do watch every now and again.
Where would people
And then-
Google that?
Anna, your last
I've had
guess.
3 goes.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we have had 3 goals. That was 4. I don't know what I thought we
Oh,
were
then Pab's had 4 then. Yeah.
Sheepdog's had 4 as well.
I didn't know, but Anna can have another one if it's evening it up.
Yeah, and I have one more guess.
Oh God. Oh God.
You can pass if you want, because this is apparently your 4th.
2013.
I love how you say it in the hope that you'll just be like, oh yeah.
I don't know. No, I have no idea.
There's still one that was mentioned less than half an hour ago that no one's mentioned.
That's what
so your
threw
top
me.
10: The Apprentice, Peaky Blinders, Under the Dome, X Factor, Mr. Selfridge, The White Queen, Big Boss 7, no idea, Broadchurch, Britain's Got Talent, and Big Brother. And then your final retro round, which you shouldn't need any clues for, is video games.
2013.
Which I'm just trying to load up because I have to load up a different screen for this one. So give me a root.
What, 2013 or?
Yeah, 2013 video games.
Oh, good Lord, Kevin.
So this is around that. Well, that's
what era were
part
we
of the
in?
fun. This is around about the time when EGX was good. This is Earl's Court EGX era.
Yeah, but
So
what
second
year?
ti-
What?
2013 still.
Not what console were we
I don't
on?
know. No
Someone
idea.
Tell me what console
2013, late 2013, the PS4 and the Xbox One came out, so most of the year would have been PS3 and Xbox 360, I think.
PS3, okay.
And we're going to start with Pabby.
GTA 5
is number 1 on the list.
That's what I was going to go with. I was
No.
literally like,
Yeah.
if it gets to me and they've not said it, I'll be delighted.
Anna
The Last of Us.
is not on the list.
Oh, for you, because that was my other
Really?
guess.
That was my next answer.
Oh, man. So I knew it was GTA 5 time. I was like, that's got to be the one. I'm trying to think what else
Yeah,
would
it's
be out
10
around
years,
then.
isn't it?
Yeah.
25.
What were people playing around then at the same
Which
time?
is a mental for a game to
'Cause
be
I can
still
remember that.
going.
I'm surprised Last of Us wasn't there because we got GTA 5 and Last of Us around a similar-ish time where...
I guess it just wasn't being searched for.
Yeah.
The majority of these are much more famous, well-known games than The Last of Us would have been when it was first released.
But it was great.
I think, but it doesn't matter how good the game was.
Yeah, no one knew what it was. God, okay, what else? I mean, I'm just gonna. I can't even remember when this came out. I'm just gonna go with Skyrim because it was big.
2011
is not on the list.
I don't think it was.
I thought, yeah.
11.
That was
Back to
before
Pabby.
Kevin.
BioShock Infinite.
Is number 5 on the list.
No.
Anna?
2013. What were we playing? Oh God. Oh God, I forgot
What's
his name.
happening?
What's his
I've
name?
got one in my head and I'm going to die.
Uncharted.
Is not on the list.
2.
Fallout 4?
I mean,
Neither of them are on the list.
okay.
Back to Pab for a final go.
One that I remember playing a lot of in 2013. SimCity.
Is number 9 on the list.
Really?
No.
Yes.
Which I know both Anna and Sheepdog played lots of. And then Anna, final guess. You're probably not going to get any of the rest of these now. I think they were probably all the ones you could have got and now gone. The other ones you'll just never think of.
When did we get our DSs?
I don't think that's relevant.
Pokemon.
Not on the list.
S. Okay.
Mass
And
Effect.
Sheephead is not on the list. So your top 10 video games searched for in 2013. Number 10, Skylanders Swap Force. Number 9, SimCity. Number 8, Neverwinter. Number 7, Battlefield 4. Number 6, Cube World. Number 5, BioShock Infinite. Number 4, Candy Crush. Number 3, Atari Breakout. Number 2, Cookie Clicker. And number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
No, wouldn't have got most of them.
Yeah, I
They
think
were
once
stupid
you
games.
got past the ones Pab stole, because
Yeah.
That is
monster.
mad because that whole
I
period
put that
was like,
category in, expecting it to be one where
Yeah.
Anna could catch up with Pab, and he's actually extended his lead out massively there,
Yeah,
and
because
kind of
you-
ruined the
you
whole
can.
game for everybody.
I feel like that
And
year.
it-
That was the year that we did the 24-hour stream with Fallout, wasn't it? That was the year Pab and I played Mass Effect a lot together.
That was
When
2012.
was there 24-hour Fallout. I don't remember that.
Well, I think we were doing a 24-hour show and I was playing Fallout during it. I can't remember now. We did a thing where I played Fallout 4 and it was like all night.
Fallout 4 was
2013.
No, I think it was after, because it was on...
It might have been a little bit
It
after.
wasn't on 360, it was on Xbox One, so it would have been 14 at least.
I know that I had my son and then moved out into our new house in that gap, and I've probably just pushed that all into 1 year when it was over 3 years, something stupid like that. Anyway, this isn't relevant. What's up,
Yeah,
Kev?
you'll all be glad to know that was the end of the retro round, and it probably won't be coming back next year. The score is currently Sheepdog 10, Anna 18, Pab 26, and we are now moving in.
Year.
You are you say this every year. You are playing next year because you're going to win yet. So we are now into the final categories, which is global searches, specifically Google Maps, and then we finish off with video games. I'm saving video games at the end. It's going to be worth double points, so be ready. Double points for video games. But first, we've got a few rounds of Google Maps because it's new and fun. So Google Maps, starting with Anna. We want the most searched for parks on Google Maps. These could be anywhere in the world. You do know parks. There are many famous parks in the world. Name one.
Central.
Is number 2 on the list. See?
Yeah, it was like literally the only one I could think of. Oh, God. So what is it, something park, or is that all the names are called that?
Parks. It's parks, aren't they?
Oh God, what is the one next? Oh, freaking hell! The one that we went to for the Pokemon Day, not the one where it was held. The one next to the Queen, Hyde Park. Is that?
Is number 3 on the list?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! That's what I was doing.
Punch my mic in delight there.
Don't want to do parks. We both caught up with Pab on parks because he isn't getting. You've got the 2 obvious ones. He ain't getting any of these.
Yosemite?
Nope. Anna.
St. James.
It's not on the list.
It was a good answer, though.
No, that was a good. It was a good answer. It's not on the list.
Oh my God, I had one in my head just then, and you know when it goes, you're like, oh no, come back. Oh, I don't know. It's gone. I have to think of something else. All I keep thinking of is that footballer whose name is Park. I'm like, shut up and go
Say
away.
him then. Maybe he was searching on Google Maps, but people wanted to know where he was.
He's named after a park.
Maybe he was.
Oh God.
I mean, you may as well say the one near your house because you ain't getting any of these.
No, but I'm trying to think if there's a national park thing in Africa that I thought might have been Googled for, and I cannot think of the name of it. I'm just going to put Kenya National Park and see.
It is not on the list. Pabby?
Queens.
It's not on the list.
That's my local
Anna, last one.
Yellowstone.
Is not on the list. Sheepdog, one more.
What else could be more famous than Yellowstone Park?
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
worry.
Yogi Bear lives there, doesn't he?
I've got. Just trust me, boys and girls. This category's in for a reason, and I'm going to enjoy myself in a minute. It is Sheepdog.
Is there a place called Pride Park? Is that football?
That's
Derby
Derby's
County.
ground, and it's not on the list. And then Pab.
I don't know.
Just name anything. I want to have my fun. Just say a word.
Google Park.
Because obviously not on this. Because number 1 on this list, me and Sheepdog have stood in this year together.
God damn it.
Because number 1 on the list is Park Güell in Barcelona.
Wow. No way. I would never have remembered its name.
Never heard of it.
I didn't even think of it. I was thinking of the big.
And that's literally the only reason Parks was on there, because I knew you wouldn't remember it, and I wanted to enjoy the fact that we'd been there together.
Jesus.
The next Google Maps one, and Anna's already on the right lines with this, and Sheepdog, because next one is stadiums. So these are the top stadiums in the world, starting with Sheepdog. So these are the most Google Maps stadiums in the world.
I can't remember what the bloody name of it is, and we went there together. Oh no. Jesus, what is it called? The Camp Nou
is number 1 on the list. Same trip. See, people search for Barcelona. Like, I think a lot of these were me on Google Maps.
I was going to say, are you not looking at your most searched places?
I might be. Happy, name the stadium.
Park Güell, Hyde Park, and this one, and it's like we went there together, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Wembley?
is number 3 on the list. Anna?
St. James.
Is not on the list.
You said it was on the right line!
Because it wasn't on the right line. You named a football stadium.
There!
I will let you name football teams, Anna, because you don't know the name of the stadiums. So we'll come back to you in a minute, but you can name teams. And if you get it right, then you still get it. There are several of these that I've mentioned to you, though. Sheepdog.
I feel like I'm just being biased by saying the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Is number 8 on the list.
Oh, nice.
Another one that I went to this year. Pabby.
Old Trafford
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna.
Arsenal.
Is number 10 on the list. And last one for Mr. Sheephead.
Oh, it's really hard because we all got them there, haven't we? Really, so we've got like what?
Yeah, most of the obvious ones have gone.
Oh, like the first one was obvious. Never heard of it.
I mean, I went there this year.
Yeah, I was going to say I went there with Kev. If I hadn't have got it, it would have been silly.
Do you think I remember what he does on these things?
No, but
we went to Barcelona.
Don't know what you went and did. Couldn't tell you.
We went to a park and a football stadium, and they're both number 1 on their lists.
I keep thinking of names and thinking I'm getting it wrong. San Siro, let's say.
Is number 5 on the list.
Oh, wow,
That
nice.
wasn't even English.
And Pabby,
Even
last
was the one in
guess.
Barcelona, Anna.
I don't know. The Etihad.
Is not on the list.
Okay.
Anna, do you want to have one more guess?
Chelsea.
Is not on the list. So your top 10 was the Emirates Stadium, London, United Kingdom. Number 9, Stade de France in Saint-Denis, France. Number 8, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, United Kingdom. Number 7, Madison Square Garden, New York, New York. Number 3, Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad in India. Number 3, the San Siro in Milano, Italy. Number 4, the Tokyo Dome, Tokyo, Japan. I've said that to you loads, Anna. You know I want to go to the Tokyo Dome to watch the wrestling.
It's wrestling, isn't
Oh.
it?
Yeah. Number 3, Wembley Stadium, London, United Kingdom. Number 2, which I'm surprised none of you got, the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid, Spain.
Do you know how many
Number
times I
1,
wanted to say the Bernabeu and I wasn't sure if that was the right word, and I felt really
You're a
conscious
silly
about
goose.
it.
Number 1, the Spotify Camp Nou, Barcelona, Spain. And then your final category, worth double points.
Yeah,
I've got to
can
find
we just clarify next year we don't do like four things on sports because it's so unfair.
Well, that's why I give you so many actors and movies that these two don't get.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think the categories make a difference. I think it's just our brains either know it or they don't, Anna. That's
Wait, it was 4 things on sport places. I don't know any of them.
Anna,
I don't care for them.
Your weakness might be sport, but my weakness is remembering things that have happened. So I am at more
And
of a
you have done
disadvantage.
quite well on the sports ones, Anna.
I
we
don't
all have our
know
handicaps in this tournament.
If I took out the
sports
sports one,
Or in
if I-
France.
but if I took out the sports, Sheepdog would be closer to you than he is.
How?
Because you've done better on sports than he has.
Google Maps. I got none on Google
You
Maps.
got 2. You got more than Pab on. You've caught up with Pab off those Google Maps ones.
I feel like Kev's cheating. The numbers here probably.
Right, so going into this final question, which is worth double points, remember, Sheepdog's on 15, Anna's on 20, Pab's on 27. But it is double points, and it is video games, and we are going to go in reverse order based on points that you've scored so far. So it's going Sheepdog, then Anna, then Pab. So
Jesus.
Sheepdog gets first guess on video games. So most
no.
Googled video games this year.
This is horrendous pressure because I feel like I'm going to show myself up now.
Yes.
Massively. Oh, what's it? Oh, bloody hell. And I'm getting brain blank because I'm forgetting the name of the games. Just trying to move Discord so I can read the name off my desktop without getting it wrong. It's not on my desktop, goddamn.
Why is
can't
it on desktop?
Was it called Starfield? The bloody...
Is number 5 on the
thank
list.
God. I was like, Star something. Thank you.
Anna
Baldur's Gate 3.
is number 6 on the list. Abby
Spider-Man 2?
is not on the list.
See, I wondered about some of that. That was what was making me freak out a little bit.
So back with Sheepdog.
Damn it! What was the other one? It was just in my head. Stupid head. Final Fantasy 16
is not on the list.
Anna?
I don't have any more in my head.
I mean,
Hogwarts
is number 1 on the list, which puts you 1 point behind Pab now. Pabby?
You had it on my show.
Isn't it? I know I don't really count anymore, but it's me next, isn't it?
No, it's Pab. Because we're doing it in points order.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Lethal Company
is not on the list. With Sheepdog again for a final go.
I'll go with the because of the DLC, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet
is not on the list. Ooh. Anna, if you can get something off this list, you have a very good chance of winning the whole thing.
Right, so is it just 2012? Not 2012. What, 2012? 2024.
23.
5, 3.
I mean, yeah, there's some of these I've not heard of. I assume they're this year, though.
You assume.
Yeah. There's nothing on here that I've heard of that is not this year.
Oh, God. What came out?
Actually, that might be a lie.
Don't say that. Oh, what have I played? Let's have a look.
I was like there thinking, we've literally just done our game of the year. We went through a lot of these, but
Jedi, Star Wars, Star Wars,
Jedi not on the list.
Oh.
No, damn.
Pabby
needs to get -1 now.
Alan Wake 2
is not on the list. Your top 10 were number 10, Sons of the Forest. Number 9, Atomic Heart. Number 8, Diablo 4.
Ooh.
Number 7 is something in Japanese, which I don't know what it is. I'm just going to search it.
Probably Pokemon. Give me the points.
It might be. Hold on. It's Suika game.
Oh, Suika game's good.
No.
It's a Japanese puzzle game, apparently. Number 6, Baldur's Gate 3. Number 5, Starfield. Number 4, Battlegrounds Mobile India. Number 3, Connections. Number 2 is the one where I was actually lying and didn't realise and said I might be lying, is The Last of Us. And number 1, Hogwarts Legacy, which means the final scores...
And don't I get triple points?
You got double points for Hogwarts Legacy, yeah. So the final scores, Sheepdog on 17 points, Anna on 26 points, Pab on 27. By 1 point. Pabby wins.
Getting close. Close that gap to 10 points this year, Pab.
Well,
Anna, don't be grumpy. You were 1 point away. If you'd have said Diablo rather than whatever you said, you'd have won the whole thing. Pab got no points on video games at the end, which frankly, Pab, is pathetic.
I was trying to be clever.
You should get dot points for being on a games podcast.
I was trying to be smart. I was trying to be...
Yeah, you boosted my ego, Pab. Made me feel good there. I got more games than you did.
And that, boys and girls, was the 14th annual Google Zeitgeist Review of the Year Show 2023. We'll be back with normal podcasting next week, including confirming that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year, because I think it won the Twitter vote, which might still be going. Maybe check it, see if it's still going.
No, yeah, I ended it before this one because I thought we'd cover it in this one, so we can just cover it now.
We'll talk about that next week because Anna has played a lot of it, and we need to
sit
talk
up till
that.
4 in the morning.
Yeah,
by accident.
Anna would probably vote more heavily for that, and it probably would have won on the show based on the past week. But we'll talk about all that next week. For now, if you want to tell us how bad we are remembering things that happened in 2023, you can do that on Twitter at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
And I'm at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo, sorry.
And I'm at Pab1986.
And we'll see you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening, folks.